After visiting the national residence of the Invalids, we walked our way to the Champ de Mars, the Fields of Mars, en route to the Eiffel Tower and Trocadero, where we were to meet the cats and their kittens. The Champ de Mars, Field of Mars, is a large public green space located between the Eiffel Tower and the École Militaire, the military school. The park is named after the Campus Martius, Mars Field in Rome, a tribute to the Roman god of war. The name also alludes to the fact that the lawns were here formerly used as drilling and marching grounds by the French military. The military school is a vast complex of buildings housing various military training facilities facing the Champ de Mars. It was founded by Louis XV in 1750 with the support of Madame de Pompadour, with the aim of creating an academic college for cadet officers from poor families. The military school accepted the young Napoleon Bonaparte in 1784. He graduated from this school in only 1 year instead of 2. The Eiffel Tower, an iron lattice tower located on the Champ de Mars, was named after the engineer Gustave Eiffel, whose company designed and built the tower. Erected in 1889 as the entrance arch to the 1889 World's Fair, it has become both a global cultural icon of France and one of the most recognizable structures in the world. The tower is the tallest structure in Paris and the most visited paid monument in the world. The tower received its 250 millionth visitor in 2010. The tower is 324 meters tall, about the same height as an 81-story building. During its construction, the Eiffel Tower surpassed the Washington Monument to assume the title of the tallest man-made structure in the world, a title it held for 41 years, until the Chrysler Building in New York City was built in 1930. The Jena Bridge spans the River Seine and links the Eiffel Tower on the left bank to the district of Trocadero on the right bank. In 1807, Napoleon first ordered by an imperial decree issued in Warsaw the construction of a bridge overlooking the military school, and named the bridge after his victory in 1806 at the Battle of Jena, disregarding names considered previously Pont du Champ de Mars and Pont de l'École Militaire. Put in place in 1853, on the two ends of the bridge are 4 sculptures, sitting on top of 4 corresponding pylons. The Gaelic warrior and the Roman warrior sculptures adorn the right bank entrance to the bridge, and the left bank pylons are topped by sculptures depicting Arab and Greek warriors. And so we finally met the cats and their kittens at the Trocadero, located on the left bank of the Seine and across from the Eiffel Tower. The place was named in honor of the Battle of Trocadero, in which the fortified Isla del Trocadero in southern Spain was captured by French forces in 1823. France had intervened on behalf of King Ferdinand VII of Spain, whose rule was contested by a liberal rebellion. Trocadero restored the autocratic Spanish Bourbon Ferdinand VII to the throne of Spain. For the International Exposition of 1937, the old Palais du Trocadero was demolished and replaced by Palais de Chaillot, which now tops the hill. It was designed in classicizing modern style. Like the old palace, the Palais de Chaillot features two wings shaped to form a wide arc. However, unlike the old palace, the wings are independent buildings and there is no central element to connect them. Instead, a wide esplanade leaves an open view from the Palace du Trocadero to the Eiffel Tower and beyond. It was on the front terrace of the palace that Adolf Hitler was pictured during his short tour of the city in 1940, with the Eiffel Tower in the background. This became an iconic image of the Second World War. The gardens of the Trocadero are bounded to the northwest by the wings of the Palais de Chaillot and to the southeast with the Seine and the Jena Bridge with the Eiffel Tower on the opposite bank of the Seine. The main feature, called the Fountain of Warsaw, is a long basin or water mirror with 12 fountain-creating columns of water 12 meters high, 24 smaller fountains 4 meters high, and 10 arches of water. At one end, facing the Seine, are 20 powerful water cannons able to project a jet of water 50 meters. These fountains are the only exposition fountains which still exist today and still function as they once did. In 2011, the fountain's waterworks were completely renovated and a modern pumping system was installed. With sloping fairways that run along the river, the garden terraces feature a number of sculptures, some dating from the 1930s, including, at the first level below the Palais de Chaillot, the matching stone statues of a woman and a man, both leaning against stone pedestals. Two gilded bronze fountain sculptures in their own square basins, bull and deer, and horses and dog. A 21-foot bronze Apollo with lyre. And a matching 20-foot bronze Hercules with bull. Then, towards the southeastern end of the fountain, two matching stone groups on pedestals. Youth, and the joy of living. 3 of the 8 gilded statues adorning the Square of Freedom and Human Rights. The equestrian statue of Ferdinand Foch in Trocadero. Foch was a hero of World War I, serving as supreme commander of the Allied forces when Germany surrendered in 1918. Then it was time to say goodbye to the cats and their kittens. The Pont de Bir-Hakeim, formerly the Pont de Passy, is a bridge that crosses the Seine River and passes through the Ile aux Seines, Isle of the Swans. The bridge, made of steel, is the second to have stood at the site. It was constructed between 1903 and 1905, replacing an earlier bridge that had been erected in 1878. An arch bridge, it is 237 meters long and 24.7 meters wide. The bridge has 2 levels, one for motor vehicles and pedestrians, and a viaduct above, through which passes Line 6 of the Paris Metro. The railway viaduct is supported by metal colonnades, except where it passes over the Isle of the Swans, where it rests on a masonry arch. In addition, the central arch of the viaduct at the level of the island is decorated with 4 monumental stone statues in high relief, figures of science and labor on one side and electricity and commerce on the other. Statue Resurgent France by Holger Weatherkinch. Gustave Michel produced the cast iron groups aligned with piers at the arch springs. There are 2 groups, one representing boatmen, the other ironsmith riveters. Many movies have featured this bridge, including Last Tango in Paris and Inception.